Welcome back to the Angry American. Woo! Looks like they got busted brainwashing our kids. These idiot lefties. A man named, I call him man and I use that word, a man named Brandon Stanton, a teacher of our youth at a public school in Tacoma, Washington, cold busted inserting his left-wing extreme views onto our children. And he got cold busted by a lady from Honduras. She's an American citizen and she's raising her family in America, and she loves America because she understands that we have the best thing going. She doesn't want them pushing this garbage on our children. So anyway, let's check the story out and then we'll discuss it a little further. I'm over here on the Gateway Pundit. It says here on the Gateway Pundit, 6th grade teacher Brandon Stanton caught on video abusing a student for defending Trump, then lies to parent about it. And we have the video, we have the receipts, and she's so smart. She recorded the phone call too. Let's see what else it says here. 6th grade teacher Brandon Stanton, a middle school teacher at Perry G. Keithley Middle School, was recently caught on video belittling a student of his for admiring President Donald Trump. Stanton went on a rant about the president to 6th graders when a mother complained to him he lied and misled her about what happened. Unfortunately for Brandon Stanton, the mother recorded the incident earlier on her cell phone. Yeah, he got cold busted. He's such a liar, man, such a liar. And this is what our kids are faced with, and that's why a lot of our youth are just, it seems like, why do you not like Trump? And they're just brainwashed by these fucking left-wing assholes. And we have the receipts, pal. She has the receipts. This is child abuse, and Brandon Stanton got caught. He should not be teaching. He shouldn't be in teaching, and that's true. The morning after the world learned Donald Trump contracted coronavirus, a Seattle area teacher went on a rant about the president to 6th graders. When a mom complained, he misled her about what happened. Luckily, the mom recorded the incident on her cell phone. That's just a repeat. It says he was triggered. Not only did the teacher boot the student from the chat, he proceeded to scold the child for his inappropriate answer. Each day, Stan asks his students a daily question. This time he asked students, "Who is the one person you admire and why?" Students are asked to write their answers in the online chat room according to a screenshot Kusander's son wrote. "I admire Donald J. Trump because he is making America great again, and because he is the best president the United States of America could ever have. And he built the wall so terrorists couldn't come into the U.S. Trump is the best person in the world, and that's why I admire him." Stanton almost immediately kicked the student out of the chat room, deleted the chat, and proceeded to attack the president while calling out the student for mentioning him. The student, who I am keeping anonymous, immediately told his mother. And that's really all there is. And then I'm going to show you some clips of the video. The video goes on for quite a while, so I'm going to condense it and just hit the highlights. Either way, this is a goddamn, forgive my language, cautionary tale to any parent, left or right. When a teacher starts injecting their opinion as fact, it's going to be a problem. And that's exactly what this left-wing triggered punk did. And he better, at the very least, be seriously reprimanded, and he probably shouldn't be ever allowed to teach again, because he's not teaching facts, he's teaching his opinion, and he's brainwashing our children. I know that Trump, I heard an initiative that he's got going on, or an order called the 1776 Directive, or something to that effect, to combat this type of bullshit. Where the left wing has been brainwashing our children for many, many years. And that's all part of their plan. They're going to get to the youth so that the people coming up are already fully on board with their left-wing bullshit, because they've been completely brainwashed by their teachers. It used to be mainly in college. Now they've gone all the way down to kindergarten. Okay, they've gone all the way down to pre-kindergarten. Everybody's seen the clips of like Sesame Street type shit where they're pushing BLM bullshit and all this crap on our kids. So parents, you better be aware of what they're teaching your kids. And I know I heard a while back they up in Pennsylvania, I think it was, they tried to get the parents to sign a form saying that they would not watch their child's online classes. They don't want you seeing them brainwash your kids. People, you better be aware, because it's going on. And if you wonder where your kid's getting all these weird opinions from, these left-wing opinions, they're coming from school, coming from teachers, unfortunately. So anyway, let's get into the juicy video clip. Like I said, I'm going to condense it because it's like 20 minutes long. But anyway, let's get into the clip.
Positive things and role models that we should admire. The example that was shared in the chat, which I went ahead and erased for us, was not appropriate, right? Especially as that individual has created so much division and hatred between people, and specifically spoken hatred to many different individuals. Okay, so I do apologize for kicking you out of the conference as I went ahead and adjusted our settings, but the settings should be adjusted now. The chat should be locked for today, just because I realized that maybe that question wasn't clear enough. So we'll go ahead and skip on that for today. Okay, again, that individual has spoken hate to many individuals, and I don't think is an appropriate example for a role model. We should be admiring. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our assignment and our work for today.
Yeah, like I said, I'm letting you know that I'm recording the conversation, and I'm mom, Elsie Kusander.
Yes, great to meet you.
And I want to ask you about what happened today, this morning. What did that he deserved to be kicked out of your class conference?
Yes, of course. So this morning during our fifth period digital literacy class, we had a daily question on the whiteboard so that when students enter, they could enter their answer into the chat. And lately we've been talking about computer scientists and some of the research and things that they've done in the history of computer science to help us all today.
Uh-huh.
And the daily question was in regards to which of those computer scientists do you admire and why? I did mention to students that it could be a family member as well, or someone in their community, such as a pastor or a coach, or somebody that's helped them positively, just in case they couldn't come up with a computer scientist. Did mention, let me see, I do have a screenshot of his post in the chat. I'll just read it to you aloud if that's all right. Is that all right?
Yes, it's all right.
Okay, he said, I admire Donald J. Trump because he is making America great again, and because he is the best president the United States of America could ever have, and he built the wall so terrorists couldn't come in the U.S. Trump is the best person in the world, and that's why I admire him.
Okay.
So to me, I didn't think that this was on topic or related to our prompt, and so I went ahead and just cleared the chat. And I guess didn't appreciate that, so I noticed he kind of asked, well, why'd you clear the chat, Mr. Stanton? And I just tried to remind the students that we're trying to choose somebody who is either a family member, or someone in our local community, or a computer scientist. So Donald Trump would not fit that prompt. Just because it was a little bit off topic, I noticed another student commented something in the chat, and so I just didn't want to get the class off track.
I just want to clarify that when that happened, called me, and I went to the room, and I saw that the question that you asked him, and it was not about computer. It only says a person who you admire, I believe so. And then
Yes,
and then so told me that I said Donald J. Trump, and he kicked me out of the class. And I said, okay. So at this point, you was talking. I don't know if you was talking to your class or you was talking just directly to. So okay, I said I'm gonna leave because I already had one experience before with another teacher, and I don't want to interrupt in any way the class, because I know it's like getting into the classroom, and interrupting people. So at this, when told me that he's being kicked out of the class, and you mentioned that too, and when you was talking, you say sorry, kick out of the conference.
I wanted to make sure.
I asked myself, I'm worried because I know being a good boy and a good student at Elmhurst, but now it's middle school, and I know I asked him, I questioned him, and I said, did you say anything bad? Did you disrespect your teacher? And he said, no, Mom, I didn't. And then he said, okay, we can see the conference, because every day the teachers all upload the conference meeting, for the day. And I'm trying to see clearly what happened, to see, a clear picture of what happened, because I'm worried that this is happening. Because imagine if this was in the classroom, in the real classroom, and got kicked out of the class, say you get out of this class because I'm not agree with what you're saying, or it's not okay. So I want to make sure that my son have a good education, but too that he is behaving the way he's supposed to behave with his teachers and with his peers. Thing is that you said it. I mean, I was there, and I heard your explanation, and I heard what you said about the president. You said that he's a divisive, a hateful person that is being creating hatefulness. I'm just paraphrasing what you said, but that's why I want to make sure. I want to know if you can upload this conference, and I will have a clear picture what really happened. Because what I heard is not what you're explaining me right now. You're telling me that it wasn't in the topic, but that was not you said it. You said that it's because he was a very divisive and a very hateful individual. That's the word that you used. And that makes me think that, okay, it was not in the topic because you was talking about somebody who did something for digital computers or whatever. But at the same time, the person who was mentioning was the President of the United States. And I believe that as Americans, we have to respect that. No matter what, if you don't agree with other people's views, but we have to respect other people's views. So what I felt when I heard you talking to my son, saying that, I just thought that, sincerely, I thought that you didn't like what said, and you just shut him up because you don't agree with what he was saying. Because you read what he said. He said he admired the president for you already told me. But in my opinion, I don't think it was something that he deserves to be kicked out of the classroom, or the conference, or that the President of the United States doesn't deserve, a respect, because we have to respect that, and admiration, because I think to being a President of the United States is something that you have to admire. So if he does, I don't know, he does, right? That's what he thinks.
Yeah. Well, no, and I appreciate you sharing that. My perspective has nothing to do with Donald Trump himself, right? I try to keep politics out of the classroom.
But to be clear, to tell you what I think and be clear with you, I don't think your comments were positive either. Because telling the students that that individual doesn't deserve to be admired because he's a divisive and all that, I don't think that helped, personally, I don't think that helped at all. So, because as a teacher, I mean, you can think of that as you as a person, because it's you what you think, and I'm not arguing with you. It's what you believe, and I respect. You are entitled to your opinion. But as a teacher, I think you shouldn't say those words or give the kids a like an image of somebody who you disagree with that way. You understand?
Right. And yeah, and I definitely appreciate your feedback. The exact words in the comment were, he built the wall so terrorists couldn't come in. But we know that our neighbors at the southern border are not all terrorists, right? And so to say that people crossing the border are terrorists, I think some students took that offensively.
Well, if you don't know, you might know, but I'm from Honduras. I'm from Central America, and
so you would understand.
I personally believe that coming illegally to a country is a crime, here or there. I'm just telling my kids, go Honduras illegally and see what happened to you. So,
right.
So
and
I understand what you said, but if for some reason if you're gonna make those comments about the president, I would like to give the kids like facts, because building the wall is not something that is hateful and it's not something that is divisive. It's like you build a wall around your house. You don't let people get in your house. So you're building something to protect your people, which every country has has their own borders, and it has to protect their borders. And that thing, I think, specifically is nothing hateful. And if somebody feels that way, it's because they're being listened to all that rhetoric in the media and all those things that they said. But the problem is that when you address something with facts, I think it's the better way to explain. But when you address something just with talking points like, oh yeah, he's a divisive, he's an individual, this and that, I don't think it helps anybody. And especially my son, he's only 10. And he admires the president because he sees he's the president of the United States. And we love this country. I'm telling you, I'm from Honduras, I'm a U.S. citizen, but I admire this country and I love this country. And I've been teaching my kids to do that and to respect the laws and to respect teachers and to respect everyone, because that's the only way we're going to live in peace.
Okay, so clearly the guy is lying, and she's just too damn nice to call him a fucking liar, which is what I would have done. And I would have showed him the receipts and played it right back to him. Don't lie to me, you're lying. You said clearly Trump was a hateful, divisive hate monger, and he shouldn't be admired. And that's your opinion, Mr. Brandon. God, I'd love to be close to these people sometimes. I'll tell you, they get under my skin. These people are so ate up with it. But anyway, you can see by everything that transpired that he's clearly a fucking left-wing liar. And you have a wonderful human being, this lady and her son. She's an immigrant from Honduras, which she's telling you, bro, you need to appreciate what you have. Go to Honduras and then tell me what you see and how you're treated and what life's like in great old Honduras. She's like, fool, you don't have a clue. Anyway, it's a cautionary tale for parents. You need to be paying attention, because they are brainwashing your kids. Promise you. Don't think, oh, they're not, but they are. 100,000%. And that's why Trumpy's got that 1776 directive or initiative or whatever the hell he's calling it, because this shit's been going on too long and it needs to stop, because what this will do is destroy our country. You get to the youth, you brainwash them, and then you have a whole new generation that think just the way you want them to. So parents, find out what those assholes are teaching your kids. You wonder where their orange man bad syndrome's coming from. It's coming from school. It's coming from their teachers who have been brainwashed in their colleges. Don't let it happen. Fight back. Push back. Demand that shit like this wonderful woman did, doesn't happen. Anyway, guys, what we learned today, boys and girls, we learned that these left-wing commies are trying to brainwash our children, and anybody who's been paying attention already knew that. But now they're doing it all the way down to just about birth. They're going to brainwash your kid if you let them. Don't let them. This is the angry American saying, watch those teachers. Keep an eye on them. Hold them accountable. Until next time, I want you to do something for me. Ding! Hit that like button. Ding! Hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell so you know when the Angry American posts and you want all notifications. Comment down below and share the video because we need to be on top of these fools, man. Normies need to activate, peeps. You got to be on your P's and Q's and watch and push back. Till next time, this is the Angry American saying, peace, peace, out.